11 Stolen Horses begins with wild horses, and I am going to read you a passage from the book. Prologue. The thunder from their hooves broke the night, and the earth vibrated beneath them. Their manes and tails flew like banners in the wind. Flank to flank, they ran as one. The Palomino stallion turned, and the rest turned with him. A current of long muscle and strong skin. They were the Moraga Plateau band of wild horses from the eastern Sierra. Their sound carried in the night under brilliant stars, the Milky Way a smear of crystal. The vibrations woke one little girl who went into her parents' bedroom and asked, "What's that noise like thunder? The world is shaking." Her father told her they were the mustangs trying to get to the sheep's water, and the mother led the girl back to bed. All night, the girl waited for the horses and imagined riding with them. Come morning, she listened hard for their hooves, then a faint thrumming in the distance, and she thought they'd returned. The sound grew louder into an ominous thumping, then faded into a whir until there was no sound at all. On the range, not far from the sheep ranch, where the girl lived, a helicopter dropped down and skimmed the herd, blinding the horses with dust, panicking them with the clamor of blades. They ran, the Palomino in the lead. He'd been through this before, and he turned, his band one way. The helicopter followed. The stallion cut right toward the trees, and the chopper veered sharply, dipped, and headed him off. The pilot had eyes on the stallion. He swooped and turned and forced the Palomino's band into a wide-mouthed chute covered with plywood, ending in a holding corral. The chopper circled back and dropped low to gather the last mare and her foal. The foal tripped and fell. The mother turned sharply, catching her leg between the metal rails. The mare squealed, crying for her foal, and the stallion balked and reared. Cowboys whipped white flags in his face, slapped his rump, and he leapt, clearing the fencing and landing on his back. He stood, ran, looked back once, hesitated, and galloped across the range toward the forest as the chopper flew near. The pilot followed until the horse took cover among the trees, when he gave up the chase. The stallion, known as Goldenrod to wild horse lovers, escaped. From a designated place in the distance, observers had been watching the roundup in horror. They cheered as the Palomino ran off. Some raised their iPhones, some shot with long-lens camera. Others videotaped. They posted on Facebook and sent press releases to the media. That day, 5 horses were reported dead. One was euthanized for clubfoot, another for blindness in one eye. 2 foals died from injury and heat exhaustion. A mare with a broken leg was put down. The Palomino stallion, sighted at the forest edge, remained free.